Every day, I'm a customer of all kinds of stores and businesses. Why, just this past weekend, I took my son's bike to the bicycle shop for repairs. One of my favorite places to stop is Millie's Italian Bakery that's just around the corner from my office. Just thinking about their delicious homemade bread makes me hungry, not to mention their friendly staff members. And I always find myself calling the same florist when I want to surprise my wife with flowers. They never miss a detail and always thank me for my business each and every time I call. You see, every day all of us make decisions on where we do business based on three things: price, convenience, and most importantly, service. What is most important to us is who gives us what we need with friendly, effective customer service.
You say customer service?
Customer service even affects places people don't frequent that often, but it is still just as important. Take, for instance, the hospital. The night before surgery, patients' imaginations can run a little wild thinking about what might happen and who might be taking care of them in such a scary place.
Time for physical therapy.
Okay, bring in the next guinea pig.
So let's take a quick hospital tour and see if we can find out what exceptional service looks and sounds like in the healthcare setting. Did you know that privacy is a really big issue with patients? Patients can fear being caught off guard in a place where so many different things can be done to them at any given moment. Since this is one of the most important needs a patient has, let's see what privacy looks and sounds like.
Ms. Baker? Hi, I'm Mark from the lab. I'm here to draw a quick blood sample.
Another thing patients really appreciate is the way that nurses respect privacy in those particularly intimate, embarrassing moments.
All right, Mr. Reynolds, let's gather the family around so we can prep you for surgery. And boy, is it gonna be fun. Can everybody see?
Yes.
All right.
Most of the time, patients aren't really in the mood to share certain parts of their life with all the visitors in their room. Doesn't this look and sound more like privacy?
Excuse me, folks. I'm gonna ask you to step out of the room while I prepare Mr. Reynolds for surgery.
Okay.
Privacy even concerns the personal conversations staff members have with one another when patients or visitors are within hearing distance.
I had the greatest weekend with this guy I met at the club Friday night. Oh, he had a wonderful car and he was so sexy. Oh.
Confidentiality is a key area of focus for healthcare workers. You have to be careful what you talk about in any public area. A patient's room, the cafeteria, even the elevator.
This patient in 206. Boy, she is a pain.
My advice would be, take it to the break room. Besides privacy, what patients really want is respect. So what does respect actually look and sound like? Patients are uncomfortable when they're spoken to with a lot of technical jargon, but instead like to be communicated with in terms they understand and relate to.
Ms. Baker, Dr. Smith has ordered you a CMP, a CBC, and a UA for your pre-op workup.
He's ordered what and where as part of what? It's much better to put it in simple terms the patient can clearly understand.
Ms. Baker, Dr. Smith has ordered you a blood test and a urinalysis, which is common before surgery.
Most importantly, staff members need to do what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it. For example, if lunch trays are usually delivered at 11:30 on a particular floor, but it's safe to say that all trays are delivered by 12, set yourself up to exceed the patient's expectations by telling them,
Ms. Rodriguez, your lunch tray will be delivered to you by 12 noon. Thank you.
when they get their tray 15 minutes early, they're happy because it arrives sooner than expected. If you tell them lunch will be delivered around 11:30 and it shows up at 11:45, you have lost the patient's confidence that your actions will follow up your words. It's always better to under-promise and over-deliver. Another important fact is patients never want to feel ignored or overlooked. They want to feel involved in what's taking place, and that involvement is really important to them. When a staff member enters a patient's room and fails to communicate with them, it makes the patient question what is being done and leaves them with an uncomfortable feeling. It's much better to simply state what's about to take place and involve the patient in the particular moment at hand.
Miss Moore, I'm just going to get your blood pressure. How was your breakfast this morning?
It was fine, thank you.
Patients are particularly impressed when you involve their family members and attempt to meet their needs as well.
Miss Montoya, if you're going to be spending the night here with your mom,
Let me go see about getting you a rollaway bed so you can be more comfortable.
In today's hectic healthcare environment, it's challenging for staff members to respond in a timely manner to patients' needs. It can be really difficult with a demanding workload. One easy way to involve the patient in their care is to ask the question at the beginning of a new shift.
What is the most important thing I can do for you during my shift today?
What is the most important thing I can do for you during my shift today?
One patient may really want their bath. Another might want to take a short walk down the hallway. When patients perceive that their most important need has been met, it sometimes makes their other requests seem less critical. Here's another simple question before leaving a patient's room each and every time that will make life easier for everyone.
Is there anything or any information I can provide for you before I leave?
Is there anything or any information I can provide for you before I leave?
No, thank you.
Just by asking that simple question every time you leave the room, it significantly cuts down on the number of times patients might push their call button to ask for a cold drink or help to the bathroom. And hopefully it decreases the number of trips nursing staff have to make back and forth to the same room. Another very important need that patients have is to be treated with dignity. Staff members' attitudes, actions, and words should always show concern. Patients, family members, and visitors really notice how staff members make eye contact, smile, and greet them with friendly hellos. Patients also appreciate staff members wearing name badges that clearly show who they are and what their job is. So, what does dignity look and sound like in the healthcare setting?
Hi, Mr. Thompson. I'm Reese. I'm going to take your admissions information.
Hello, Mr. Landon. My name is Rachel, and I will be your PCA for this evening.
Dignity is also expressed when hospitals emphasize good grooming. Every staff member should be dressed professionally, because appearance is a direct reflection of the attitude staff members display to their patients. If your best friend were in the hospital, which nurse would you like to have caring for them?
What's up?
Good morning, Miss Curry. Are you feeling any better today?
I guess if one word could sum up what patients really want as a customer, that one word would have to be empathy. Patients and their family members really take notice when staff members show genuine care and concern, not just for them, but everyone around. Care and concern for other patients, physicians, and even staff members with each other.
Housekeeping, yes. I need you to get up here and clean the room right away. It's an emergency.
Look at Dr. Goofball. He couldn't find an x-ray and his life depended on it.
Doesn't this look and sound more like empathy?
Hi, John. I know your housekeeping staff is really busy. Could you please send someone to room 330?
Not only is there a risk of someone hearing these sarcastic comments, sour attitudes really tear down the morale of the entire healthcare team.
Dr. Johnson, can I help you find that ultrasound report?
Sure.
Okay.
Speaking of helping people find things, it's really great when staff help visitors find their way around.
You're looking for radiology? No problem. We make it a common practice here to escort our patients and their families when they need help.
What a difference from most places today.
Go 2 aisles down, take a right, then take a left. On that aisle, keep on going. You'll come across some a bread stand, keep on going, turn left, take a right, and it'll be at the end of that aisle.
It takes a few minutes of staff members' time, but as a customer, visitors really appreciate it when someone takes the time to show them where they need to be. Do you know who most people listen to when they're deciding where to go for their healthcare needs? Family and friends. In one prominent national survey, 7 out of 10 people rated family and friends as the best sources for what hospital to use for their healthcare. It's obvious that satisfied patients are your best advertisement. Through word of mouth, patients you care for today will influence their friends and family members to be a patient at your hospital the next time the need arises. That's why it's important to take pride in the job that you do as a healthcare professional. Give your best effort to meet your patient's 5 major needs. Privacy.
Excuse me, folks. I'm going to ask you to step out of the room while I prepare Mr. Reynolds for surgery.
Respect.
Ms. Rodriguez, your lunch tray will be delivered to you by 12 noon.
Thank you.
Involvement.
What is the most important thing I can do for you during my shift today?
Dignity.
Hi, Mr. Thompson. I'm Reese. I'm going to take your admissions information.
Empathy.
You're looking for radiology? No problem.
Demonstrate to patients and their family members what exceptional service looks and sounds like when they're in your care. Show a little pride in the job you do, and your community will take great pride in your hospital.